Thank you, Professor Mitchell, for those inspiring words. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joey Gale, and I am a senior from Plymouth, Minnesota, studying marketing, information systems, and leadership. And I'm honored to serve as your student body president and as the voice for Drake University. Over the course of this year, it is my duty to represent you and your opinions to the Drake administration, Des Moines community, state of Iowa, and on a national level. If there's anything we can do to make the Drake experience unlike anything else, I want to know. A few months ago, the Huffington Post published a list of the 19 most interesting colleges in the United States. Among this prestigious list ranked world-renowned institutions like MIT, Harvard, and Brown. Drake class of 2018, Drake University was on that list. We together make this place what it is. The theme of today is I am Drake, and I am Drake because I believe in my peers. I believe in my professors and the administration to live out the meaning of the Drake University experience and to leave this university a little bit better when you embark on your next journeys. It is my honor to introduce our next speaker, Selchia Cain. Selchia is a senior from Kansas City, Missouri, pursuing both a degree in magazine journalism and rhetoric and a concentration in public relations. Selchia has been recognized both locally and nationally and has received many awards, including the Meredith Corporation Award for Outstanding Journalism and honorable mention for her prototype and business plan for Esteem, a magazine for preteens inspired by Dove's movement for self-esteem. Although she has accomplished much, she would much rather be known as the 5'1" girl with a big smile, always looking for the opportunity to inspire. Class of 2018, I introduce to you close friend and fellow classmate, Selchia Cain.
I'm a little shorter. We're gonna bring this down a notch. Okay, so I want you all to do me a favor. First of all, I want you to stand up. You all look a little tired. Stand up, stretch. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be long. I just want you all to be engaged. Everyone can stand up. You look a little fatigued. Maybe it was the rain. Okay, now feel free to sit down whenever you like. Anytime. That last stretch out. Well, good afternoon. It is an honor to stand before you today, and I am humbled that Dr. D has invited me to share a few words with you all as you embark upon this phenomenal journey of starting your college careers here at Drake University. Although, I must be honest, the excitement of being able to call myself a senior has quickly dissipated. The reality that I am currently addressing the class of 2018 just really started to set in about 2 seconds ago, causing me to experience a couple flashbacks of what exactly I've been doing with my life over the past 4 years. And I'm questioning just how fast you all got here, when literally it seems like last weekend I was packing my 5 suitcases of summer clothes, my Converse collection, and praying that my random roommates weren't crazy. But since you all are here now, I'm hoping that through the time that we spend together today, that I can inspire you in an unconventional way, sharing wisdom that isn't redundant to the going off to college speeches you all have already been an audience to. But instead, it is my goal to open your mind, challenge the person that you think you are, and encourage you to embrace the person you are about to become. Albert Einstein said, "I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious." Muhammad Ali said, "I am the greatest," and I said that before I knew I was. Life is an eternal quest about knowing yourself. Attending college is a time for you to challenge yourself and to rediscover those hidden traits, tendencies, and talents. I'm sure in the brief time that you have already spent absorbing the college experience, I can guarantee that you've been asked to recite your name, major, and hometown by at least your RA, 1 PMAC, 3 staff members, your roommate's mom, and 20 new students you just met. Am I right? As elementary As elementary as it may seem to go around in a circle and answer those 3 questions at least 10 times a day until the end of the first week of school, in your response, you declare 2 of the most important words that will not only define your college careers, but the rest of your life. And if you don't know which words I'm talking about, allow me to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Selchia Cain, and I am. That statement just opened up the door to infinite possibilities, ideas, goals, dreams, titles, and opportunities. At that moment, I accepted that by saying I am means that I define myself. I orchestrate my own identity, and I create my life into whatever it is I want it to be. And through that creation, I become who I am. Now, many of you may have already come to Drake with a laundry list of I am declarations based on your high school experiences, accomplishments, emotions, interests, and even personalities. You may say, I am smart, I am creative, I am shy, I am a Christian, I am from Iowa, I'm a Latina, and I can guarantee that there are a couple of you out there that might even say, I am ready for my first college party. You don't have to admit it now. Whatever it is you have attached to your I am statement defines you, connects you, and is the personal makeup of who you are. Now, in knowing who I am, I also find it equally important to know who I am not. I have failed, but I am not a failure. Yes, I will admit, I have failed a class. I failed my share of tests too. But I failed my first and last course the first semester of my sophomore year. There was a big, and when I say big, I mean big, unattractive F on my unofficial transcript. I'll admit I argued with my professor, I even cried. And I tried to explain to my parents that it wasn't entirely my fault. But just because I failed, I refused to allow that to classify me as a failure. So I assessed my strengths and weaknesses of the course, re-enrolled in the same class in the spring, and replaced my F with a B. I may be scared sometimes, but I guarantee you I'm not weak. When I made the official decision to drop my biochemistry, molecular biology major and become a full-time journalism student, I was scared that I wouldn't graduate on time. But here I am today, only about 15 credits away from graduating, with a degree in magazine journalism and rhetoric with a concentration in public relations. Who would have thought? I may fall, but I am not broken. Only a handful of people know that since my junior year of high school, I've struggled with an eating disorder that only became increasingly worse when I attended college. My freshman year, I had fallen into a dangerous place where the disorder was affecting me mentally, academically, and definitely physically. But it took a lot of love and support for that experience not to break me, and it no longer defines me. So you may be asking yourself, if she has failed but she is not a failure, if she is scared but yet she is not weak, and if she has fallen but remains unbroken, then who is she? Well, allow me to tell you. I am blessed, I am confident, I am my own legacy, and I do my best to be a mentor, but I understand that I am only as great as my latest accomplishment. I am perfectly imperfect. I am weird sometimes, but yet I am the girl that you will see dancing in the rain. I am beautiful, and in the words of William Ernest Henley, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I'm Selchia Cain. Nice to meet you. Now that I have told you about me, allow me to tell a little bit about you. Now, you may be thinking, how can she tell all 800 of us about ourselves when she doesn't even know our names, majors, and hometowns? But see, I have a hypothesis that I would like to test right here, right now. And just like last night at the hypnotist, it will require all of your participation. I promised that I would challenge you in unconventional ways, and I plan to do just that. So we're going to do a little experiment. I'm going to make a few I am statements, and at any point, if you agree with the statement, feel free to stand up. If you disagree, stay seated. If I say another statement that you agree with, feel free to stand back up again. I want you to promise me that you'll be honest with yourself. Don't make a decision based on the person sitting next to you. Instead, stand or sit on your own personal conviction of who you are. We will do a practice round. You would say, I am a first year. Great. You all stood up, except for the PMAX. I see you guys. Great. You would say, I am self-motivated. I am an introvert. That's fine. I am intelligent. That would be everyone. I am engaged. I am passionate. I am an extrovert. Now we know who's who. I am determined to make a difference. Now, either I'm really smart and should have continued majoring in the sciences, or the admissions office did a really good job of recruiting you all. Or maybe, just maybe, the fact that you can look to your right and to your left says that you all also declare that you are Drake. Because the characteristics that I listed are the makeup of who we are as a student body and what we are as an institution. You may be seated. I can guarantee you that you will meet students at Drake University that are not only leaders on campus, but in the community. You will meet engaged introverts and problem-solving extroverts. You will discover people who are competitive, but also uplifting. One thing that I had to discover is once I fully embraced and identified who I am, originally and uniquely in my own right, is that the opportunities that come my way are to benefit who I am going to become. In college, it is so easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to other students. Our natural competitive nature to be the best, we begin to concern ourselves with what internship she got or what organization he was elected president of. But can I tell you a secret? My biggest challenge was understanding that that is a distraction that prevents me from developing who I am. I had to acknowledge that what's for me is for me, because the blueprint of my future is designed from my I am. Now, I am a believer in takeaways and action steps. I cannot challenge you if I don't encourage you, and in order to be impactful, I want you to remember a few things that I mentioned today. First, I want you to take the time to think about who you are. Ask yourself, self? Who am I? I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I say that. It's cool. Challenge your own perception of yourself before you question the perception others have of you. Don't compare yourself to others. I want you to repeat after me. What's for me is for me. It's just that simple. Your path to discovering who you are through experiences and opportunities is unique to your I am. Be confident in who you are now, but don't be comfortable. Striving to be the person you are destined to become takes continual work and requires that you push beyond your comfort zones. Finally, reflect. Reflection is critical to growth, academic growth, professional growth, and personal growth. Sometimes you get so excited about who you have become that you forget who you once were. Savor the moment of reflection. And please promise me, while you all are challenging yourselves and defining your personal I am realities, be kind to one another as you all begin to grow into your own. Respect and encourage each other to achieve on every level. If you don't remember anything else, please remember this. You are the author that writes the story behind your I am, not your parents, not your friends, not your professors, just you. Embrace the fact that the words that come after the statement I am may change over the next 4 years and throughout the rest of your life, as they are supposed to. Because if what follows your I am statement is the same cluster of words your freshman year as they are your senior year, then you have hindered yourself because you have chosen to remain stagnant. And above all else, know that college is not meant to be a maze that you enter into in hopes of finding yourself, but instead an intellectual, experimental, adventurous factory that you go to create yourself. Ernest J. Gaines said, I want you to show them the difference between what they think you are and what you can be. I am Drake, and now so are you. Thank you. Thank you all. You will now be officially inducted by President Maxwell into the Drake family. With the receipt of your very own Bulldog pin, your peer mentors will present these to each of you.
I get to follow that. That was spectacular. This is now the formal part of your induction. You are now a Bulldog. Your Drake experience will be defined by intellectual and social engagement, by study and research, by the discovery of new and often competing ideas, civility and respect, commitment to each other and to the common good, and by your dedication to maximizing your own potential. It's an exciting journey, and we're all here to take it with you and help you realize your dreams. Welcome to Drake University. I hope you'll wear your Bulldog pins with pride. Now please join me in welcoming a talented and creative Drake sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, who's majoring in law, politics, and society, Crew Scholar Anthony Pawnell, who will perform an original spoken word presentation. Anthony?
Hello, everybody. There we go. I would first like to thank Dr. D for allowing me to, be here today. The title of this piece is called Welcome. The first year of college is always a little overwhelming. You have to shake a lot of hands, pretend to remember names that you're probably going to forget 2 weeks from now, deal with your roommate's smelly socks, constantly tell people that there's a difference between being from Chicago and being from Chicago, asking your friends for extra meals because you don't have any more left, plus you ran out of flex, dealing with wet clothes because you didn't know that that particular dryer was broke, staying up to 3 a.m. to study for that midterm that you have in the morning, eating so many chicken wraps that you never want to see another chicken wrap a day in your life. Drake relays, the super thin toilet paper, Hubble trouble, owing your RA $5 because you keep locking yourself out of your room. Close your door, it's quiet hours. Walking all the way to class because you didn't check your email to see that it was canceled. 8 a.m.s, those days you can't talk to anyone because you haven't had your coffee yet. When it comes to college, I can only give you one piece of advice. Be like a tree. Be patient and grow. And when winter comes and it feels like everything is falling apart, remember that spring happens after every single winter, and that the sun rises every single morning, that life always gives everyone a second chance. It's called tomorrow. So look at college, look at life the same way that you look at the moon. Always on the bright side.